Okay, afternoon YouTube. So this afternoon is going to be just a quick, no messing about overview and review of the Velocity version 2 cloned by Tobeco. Really nice and simple atomizer. If you have used or tried the Velocity version 1, then there will be absolutely no surprises here when it comes to this. It is basically, it's very similar. It looks the same, it vapes very similar. The deck is very similar, and it's a bit shorter and a bit easier to use. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at it. This is going to be short and to the point, and let's have a look at it now. So the box that it comes in is quite small and compact. I got this online from eBay and it was about 12 quid. In the box you get a bag full of spares, so you get some extra O-rings, you get a 510 drip tip adapter, you get an Allen key, and you get a spare pin for squonking. That is the solid pin in there. I've actually got the squonk pin in here which I need to change out, but that's what you get in the box, as well as, there we go, there is your actual 510 pin there, in there. There's actually a spare squonk pin in that bag, and then you've got the atomizer itself. So really straightforward. You have a screw in drip tip at the top, like so. You have a removable top airflow section, so an airflow control section, like so. Has little holes in there for direct airflow to the indirect airflow to the coils. You have those O-rings there, or that O-ring there, and you have the little direct airflow piece there, which allows you to have airflow to the coils. Pop that off. So again, another simple piece. And then on top you have the actual deck and base section itself. I've got a pair of Claptons in there. Let's just pull out the cotton and show you. This cotton's just looking a little bit red at the moment, so probably no harm to take it out, start again. I just like to snip it off, pull that out. Don't want to mess up the coils. I'll show you the deck. But this is an incredibly easy RDA to build and wick. Let's get rid of that junk. All a bit juicy, I'm afraid. Looks like there's been a juice murder somewhere. Right, so yeah, there you go. You can see the squonk pin in the bottom for squonking. If you have an atomizer or a device which will allow you to squonk, you have some insulation in the bottom pin there. So that center pin, so the positive pin, is fixed in with the actual 510. So when you remove that, the other pin will actually, the other post will actually come out. The other piece is milled in. You have grub screws in the sides, and you have your traditional Velocity style deck, which we all know and love. It also has two O-rings at the bottom, and if you can see, there's a little divot in there which lines up with one on there. So if you're familiar with the old style Velocity, you would have to spin it around and make sure that you could connect it properly. But with this, you don't have to worry about that, because it has a little divot again cut out in there. If we can focus it a bit better. Because it has a little divot cut out of the side, I don't think, yeah, just in there, that locates into the deck section on the edge there. And you can use these little dots to line things up properly, and you know that it's going to be perfect every time. Screw that on there to however you choose. Screw the drip tip on, good to go. It's a nicely made clone. Quite impressed with Tobeco clones, to be honest. They are simple. They seem to be fairly accurate in terms of what I've seen, and they work pretty well. So this one is working absolutely flawlessly. There we go. Nice and easy. I need to change out the pin in the bottom, but to be fair, this pin isn't the best for squonking. It seems to be a little bit tight, so it's harder to get your juice actually coming out of it. But no, it's a good little clone. I'm quite happy with it. It'll do the job. I've given away my other Velocity, so I decided that I wanted to try out the version 2, and it's not disappointed. It's nothing world beating now in terms of design, innovation, all that sort of stuff, and I know that's a terrible thing to say because it was the first that used this Velocity deck, so it is a Velocity style deck. This is where that came from. So yeah, let's go back up top and let's have a chat. So yeah, absolutely nothing to complain with this atomizer. It is what you would expect from the Velocity. It's a really nice vape. It's got really good controllability in terms of your airflow. I like the fact that you have the choice and you can open it up exactly how much you want to. That's a good satisfying vape. I think these batteries are dying just a little bit, but I enjoy the Velocity. I always have enjoyed the way that it vapes. The styling is quite classic. You've got your little face on the front, or face around the sides. It does exactly what I was expecting it to do and exactly what I wanted it to. So no real surprises there. And for the authentic, absolutely, I would go out and I would buy that, and I would recommend that you go and buy that, absolutely. But if you want a cheap clone, an inexpensive way to vape, then this is potentially the way to go. I've been enjoying it. I think the build quality is great. The tolerances are fantastic. It's put together nicely, and for the price, you can't really complain. So look, that's all there is. This rather short and swift to the point review of the Velocity version 2 by Tobeco. Thank you very much indeed. I will be back with some other reviews of some more modern or more up-to-date products very soon. But I just wanted to get this one out there because I had someone asking me what I thought of the Velocity version 2. And that's what I think. So cool. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon.